I traditionally start off all my talks doing the Gayatri 3 times. And it's the tradition in my education years when I was going to school to do the Gayatri. So we always did the Gayatri 3 times at the beginning of every class and every lecture. And I do it now because it helps ground me, because right now I'm just way in my head, and floating around. So it really helps to ground me. So we say it 3 times. So it's once for me, once for you, and then once for all the world. So that's why I chant it 3 times. So just thank you for humoring me and bear with me. And this is the Gayatri mantra. So, Om Bhur-Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur-Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhur-Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur-Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om Bhur-Bhuvasvaha Tatsavitur-Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Om. Thank you. I feel better already. All right, so everyone's here to learn about Ayurveda. Who knows a little? Little? Who knows nothing about Ayurveda? Nothing? Okay, good. I'm so glad there's at least one. Okay, so Ayurveda, welcome. Okay, let's just get started. This is my low flip chart. I hope it kind of just helps me refocus, because I can digress a lot. I have a lot of vata in me, which you're going to learn about. So this helps me kind of at least the minimum of what I want to make sure I go over with everyone today. So Ayurveda, can everyone see it? Can you guys see it okay? It's a Sanskrit word, Ayurveda. The roots are in the Vedas, the oldest scriptures in the world. And Ayur means life. And it's not just, our life, that we are alive, but all of life, from plants to insects, to the rocks, to oceans, to the earth, the solar system, the galaxy. So all of life is incorporated in the word Ayus. And Veda means knowledge or science. And so it's literally translated as the knowledge and science of life. And it's a complete science in and of its own right. I mean, my background was Western medicine, allopathic medicine. I was a corpsman in the Navy, and so I had more right brain, is that right? Right brain, logical thinking. Is that the right side for the brain? Left brain is more, left logical. So I was more the left brain thinker. And being the dominant pitta, which you're going to understand more in a minute, I'm like, I want to know things, So when I was going to school, I had faith in yoga, because I'd been a yogi for a few years before going to Ayurveda school. So I had faith in yoga. I mean, I knew yoga worked. So I was putting my faith that Ayurveda was just as true and on target as yoga. So, but about 3, 4, 5 months into it, I just had this aha moment of this is a science. This is not just a whole bunch of pretty words and metaphors for what's going on in our body, but it is a true blue science. I was very impressed. It's just completely right brain thinking, and way of perceiving and looking at the world. So I just want you to know and honor it as a real science. And it's the sister side of yoga. They come together. I mean, in the West, we really try to separate the two, but you really cannot be a yogi and on the yogic path without understanding and incorporating Ayurveda. Yoga is really the path for the mind, and preparing the mind for spiritual realization. That's the true goal of yoga, including the asanas and the poses. And Ayurveda, though, is the path for the body, because you can't have a sound mind without a sound body. And so Ayurveda exists to support the body and then the mind on the path of self-realization, God realization, on your spiritual path to know God. So it's a holistic medicine modality. It really addresses the body, the mind, and the spirit. So we're not just addressing this physical shell that we live in. We're addressing the mind, very psychosomatic, acknowledging the connection and that dynamic relationship between the body and the mind, and how the health of the body affects the health of the mind, and how the health of the mind affects the health of the body. And I'm a living testament to that one, and I'll share more about that as we go in deeper. So it's a very holistic approach to health, and that you can actually addressing one aspect. So say we're just going to address the mind, which was my path, in my path of healing in Ayurveda, was really addressing the mind issues first, which then helped heal the physical issues. It was pretty cool to see and witness personally. And then as that happened, this balance between body and mind happened, I feel like my whole spiritual path I don't know, awakened. Like I really feel, I'll share a little bit now, I really feel from at the age of 33, 2005, so I'm aging myself, but I feel like that's when I first came into my body. I feel like those years before, 33 and before, I don't know who was possessing me. That woman was very reactive, very... reactive. I don't think I was conscious one moment of my life before the age of 33, except when I was doing yoga. It was only when I was doing yoga that I had these glimmers, these hints of who I was. And it was that yoga, those moments that kind of kept me on the path of kept doing yoga and not giving that up until I remember waking up one day going, I'm going to be a yoga teacher because yoga makes me alive. And so that's when I started going to yoga teacher training school, and then that's when I was introduced to Ayurveda. And so that's when my healing journey began. And it was really that year of going through yoga teacher training school that I found out, oh, who's Gwen? Yay, I'm here, world. Like I really came into who I am. And then it was just from then on, I just feel like every year gets better and better. I fine-tune a little more and come closer and closer to who I am. And really the ultimate connection is, really connecting to who I really am, on that core heart level, which is all of our path. Any questions so far about what is Ayurveda? I can even go a little bit further and say some more about Ayurveda being a preventative medicine, that it's a path about not only can Ayurveda healing therapies address ailments in the physical body and the mental body, but it can actually it actually prepares you to not it prepares this ecosystem. This is an ecosystem that we're living in. It's about microcosm equals macrocosm. Do you know what I mean when I say that? That are you familiar with the terminology of what an ecosystem is? Like say there's a pond and there's like billions of little life forms in that pond. Well, we are one of those billions of little life forms in the pond of this earth, right? And so when we address the healing of each and every one of us, so this is my circle of influence, right? Gwen, Nitya, this body. I have power and influence over healing this, right? But just think, in healing me, I'm indirectly healing the world. And that's how it is for all of us. So that's why I'm so passionate about Ayurveda and teaching it, Ayurveda and yoga, because if we just focused on our own healing, if we didn't worry about trying to fix everything else in the world and all these causes and all these things that, we have to do and need to do to make things right, if we just focused on healing this, we will come a long way to healing the whole world because we're all connected. It literally is the microcosm, macrocosm. And that's what Ayurveda teaches. That's what they were teaching 2,500 years ago, 5,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago. They were teaching this. So I'm pretty impressed by that. My teacher, she always said that Ayurveda it's like going to the school of love. And it's really about how to love your body, how to love your mind, how to love your soul, your heart, your spirit.